All right. So I feel like you and your partner were going to make things work, and something didn't quite go as planned. Someone possibly changed their mind, or something new kind of came about with this Ace of Wands. And now you're kind of having to like gather all your strength because you're about to have to face something alone. There's definitely a betrayal here, so this person possibly could have chosen somebody else after saying they were going to make things work with you. So let me get some clarifiers, see what's going on for this situation. Tell me what this Knight of Pentacles. So you have Seven of Cups and Six of Wands. So this person possibly was a little confused, probably was having trouble making their minds up when they told you that they were going to make things work with you. Could have possibly been staying with you out of comfortability, and or something's being brought to your attention that this person had other options, but they were also telling you they wanted to make things work. But on the deck, you do have the Three of Cups. That could be third-party situations. Could also be reconciliations. But tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? So you have Three of Swords, Five of Swords, King of Swords with this Eight of Pentacles. So there could have been a betrayal from the past, and that was why you both were in this state of mind of wanting to work things out, or at least you were, kind of thinking about things logically and all that, and wanting to work things out. Tell me about the Hermit. Five of Cups. So I feel like this Hermit is, something that's being enlightened, something that's being shed some light on, and somebody was holding on to something petty, some kind of sorrow from the past, which is probably whatever this Three of Swords is linked to, and why you two were in a place where you were talking about making things work. But somebody wasn't able to let go of whatever happened in the past. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. And I feel like it was possibly the person who, in this card it's a female, but I feel like possibly it was the person who is dealing with a betrayal at this time. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. We have the Fool. So you thought something was going to go in your favor. You were willing to take this leap of faith. And it turns out, or this is this other person's energy. They were ready to take this leap of faith, but it wasn't what they really wanted. That could be vice versa. It could be anyone's energy, really. But somebody said they wanted to take a leap of faith when it wasn't really what they wanted. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. Clarify the Ace of Wands, please, for Sagittarius. So you have the Emperor and the Ten of Coins. Could be dealing with an Aries. Bottom of the deck, you have the World. Again, so that's twice. So I feel like this is the other person's energy. The one who did the betraying. I don't necessarily believe that this person doesn't see you in their future. I just feel like they don't see you in their near future. I feel like they were being somewhat genuine when they said they wanted to make things work. They just want to be in a better place, possibly financially, before they can start working on things with you, which I don't necessarily agree with. But who am I to say? But I do feel like this person possibly left you for somebody else. So, I mean, if that was their intention to leave you to go put themselves in a better place, you know, get more stability, they did it the wrong way. Most definitely. They should have been doing this on their own, making it seem like they genuinely wanted their future with you. I don't know. This person's kind of confusing me. Tell me about strength. Six of Swords reversed. So I feel like, again, this is that energy of that person telling you that they were going to make things work with you, and you feeling like you both were going to get to a better place together. But this boat is going right back over to this emperor that left to take control of a situation. So they feel like they're doing the right thing. They're just, and they, you know, maybe, who am I to say that this is the wrong thing to do? But they're doing it in a very fucked up way. Like, they're doing, like, they left you for somebody else, even though you are their future. You're just not their right now. You're, what's that saying or that phrase? Like, you're their Mr. or Mrs. Right. You're just not their Mr. or Mrs. Right now. I don't know. Like, they want to build a future with you, but in the meantime, they want to play with somebody else. Tell me about the world. And I feel like with this world and Nine of Pentacles energy, you're like, no, absolutely not. So you have the Five of Coins, Four of Cups, and the Wheel. Exactly. You're like, if you wanted me in your future, you wouldn't have left me for somebody else, and you would have, you know, stayed and made things work. Or in the very least, if you needed to leave to get the stability on your own, you wouldn't have done it with somebody else. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? Seven of Coins. You're just working on your investments right now. You're being abundant. You're working on you. You're probably focusing on your career at this time. You know, I feel like with the Seven of Coins and the Nine of Pentacles, like, you're feeling really betrayed with what this person did, but you're like working your ass off right now to get your mind off of it. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. Like, you're trying to push this person, like the pain that this person caused you, out of your head. With the Ten of Swords, we have the Chariot reverse, Eight of Swords reverse, and Faith reverse. Could be dealing with a Cancer or a Taurus, but this person is having victory with somebody else. This person, you know, is not being faithful to you. They didn't learn their lesson. They're not thinking about this the way they should be. Like, the intentions are there, but the way they're executing them is wrong. I really hope this makes sense. I'm trying to, like, relay clearly what's going on in my head right now. Like, this person had, The Best of Intentions by Travis Tritt is coming through right, like, very clearly right now. Like, it's about a guy that had, like, the best of intentions all along, but he went about him the wrong way. Like, and he's just trying to, like, tell this person, like, I really hope you look at this as, like, what I intended it to be rather than what it turned out to be. You should look up this song if this is resonating for you. But I feel like that's what this emperor is trying to tell you. Like, yeah, I did this in a fucked up way. I shouldn't have left you for somebody else. I should have been doing this on my own, but I did it for us, for our future. And I feel like you're not having it. You're seeing this, you're calling a spade a spade. You're seeing this for what it is. Like, you betrayed me, whether you had my best intentions in mind or not. There's a better way you could have gone about this. And because of that, I feel like you're just like, I don't want to make this work. How could you do this to me? Even even if you had the best of intentions, you were still being selfish in the way that you did this. So, Sagittarius, let me get you some final advice. See where you should be focusing your energy for the next week. Final advice for Sagittarius for April 17th through the 24th. Final advice. I'm going to put those back. Okay, so we have the black cat, and the compass is at the bottom of the deck. So the black cat is your luck is about to change. So I feel like that might be saying like either somebody else will step in because you're doing what you need to be doing, focusing on your stability and all that, and just getting your mind off of this bullshit that happened, trying to let go of this sorrow, this regret here. Or it could be saying that this emperor is going to have some kind of like revelation and be like, yeah, I fucked up. I did this the wrong way. Let me make it up to you. I don't know how I would feel about that, honestly. Like, if somebody came back, I guess I'd probably give them another chance if they at least realized, but I'm a Leo. I give way too many chances. But this compass is about journeys, travel, and the right path. So, with the compass and the black cat, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say you might be traveling soon. You might be, like, now that you have, like, this almost newfound freedom, like, whether you were in a marriage or just a committed relationship, I feel like you have, like, well, you are a Sagittarius. They're very free spirits. Like, you have this urge to go travel. And I feel like you might go travel for a little bit, especially with the world. And it was at the bottom of the deck for a while. So, if you are, I say go for it. Definitely use your free time to the best for the, use the most of your free time is what I'm trying to say. So, this, at the bottom of the deck, you have Six of Cups. Definitely dealing with a soulmate here, or this could be you thinking about the past and how things went down. But I feel like you're changing your perspective. There was definitely some heartbreak and betrayal in the past. But we have the Emperor and the Empress here. This is a match. This is, soulmates. This is a divine connection. And whatever happened in the past, it's time to really look at it from a new perspective and see that this was happening for you, not to you. That this is all part of the soul contract for you to learn to really value yourself more. So let me get you some clarifiers. Tell me about the Empress for Sagittarius. Why is the Empress here, please? Queen of Swords. So, this is like you trying to balance your thoughts, I feel like. Trying to balance your emotions. Tell me about the Hanging one. Excuse me. Clarify the Hanging one for Sagittarius, please. So, looking at this heartbreak and separation in a new perspective, realizing that this was done for you, not to you. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. Ooh. Eight of Cups. So this person walked away from you in the past, probably to go after money. But it looks like this Emperor might be coming back around. Or they were the King of Pentacles when you were in this relationship in the past. And you were the Empress. And although the King of Pentacles, they're king, they're balanced, they're stable, they're loyal, it wasn't necessarily a match to the Empress. So this relationship kind of fell apart in the past because it wasn't you two weren't really resonating on the same level. I feel like the Emperor energy is, you know, a little higher up than the Kings and Queens. Tell me about the Three of Swords. So you're definitely resonating on a higher level than this person. So you have the Star. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, but I feel like this is, you know, you remaining hopeful and healing from this this heartbreak. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Clarify the Seven of Swords for Sagittarius, please. Oof. So we have the Devil, could be dealing with Capricorn, and we also have the King of Wands. So this person possibly cheated on you with somebody else, or was in another relationship when they met you, or, you know, this is just a toxic relationship that ended in the past. And just because it ended in the past or was toxic in the past doesn't mean it can't come back together and be a beautiful thing. But the whole lesson in this is for you to realize your self-worth and realize that this wasn't happening for you, it wasn't happening to you, it was happening for you. I'm sorry if I said that wrong before. Tell me about the High Priestess. Six of Cups. You knew exactly who this person was to you. You knew that they were your soulmate. But you were feeling a little defeated in the past. You definitely saw this as a lose-lose in the past and probably cut this out and then had a whole lot of work to do, inner work to do, before this could come back together. And if this person was King of Pentacles, King of Wands in the past, chances are they had a lot of work to do as well. Tell me about the Emperor. Clarify the Emperor for Sagittarius, please. So you have Ten of Swords, Seven of Swords. So this person definitely caused you that heartbreak and betrayal, but that's come to an end. Tens are an end. It's time for you to balance everything out. Balance out your emotions. Realize you are worthy of love, and remain hopeful that this will come back together. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. So Two of Cups. Balancing, or Two of Pentacles, sorry. Balancing the need to want to walk away. This person, if this is a twin flame union, this person probably ran from their feelings a lot, and they're learning to balance that out. They're realizing that you were the Empress, that you were the perfect match to their Emperor, and that, you know, even if they thought the grass was greener on the other side, they're realizing that the only reason the grass seemed like it wasn't as green as it should be is because it just needed to be watered. So they're possibly coming back to water, because here we go, Four of Wands. That's the marriage card. This is the 11-11 card. So I feel like there's definitely been a big change here, but it's still showing a need for you to look at this in a new perspective and realize that you are worthy of love, that it was nothing that you did. I mean, although everybody plays their part, it's nothing that you did that made this person be, you know, toxic. It was something within themselves that they needed to work on. So let me get you some final advice to see where you should be, what shadow work you should be working on for the next week. Final advice for Sagittarius. I don't know how to say this word. The Halcyon? I don't know. It's card number 7. I'll read the description. So the divination message: a transformation will bring freedom. You are on the brink of a metamorphosis. Your life has become stagnant, but you have the tools to make positive changes, and now is the time to use them. You might face challenges along the way in the form of other people who are reluctant to accept your decisions, or as physical barriers that stand in your path, but be persistent. Visualize who you wish to become and do not give up until you reach your goals. So that definitely is, you know, realizing your authenticity, you know, realizing your self-worth and not giving up on yourself no matter what happens.